What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to talk about the IQ Tour 78U from Storm. We're going to compare this one to the Pitch Black. Again, cannot stress this enough. If you are not a PBA bowler, this new rule does not apply to you in your local scratch tournaments, league, and tournaments on the side, of course, state, nationals, all that good stuff. You're not going to have to worry about this rule. Only if you bowl a PBA event will you not be able to use your current Pitch Black. The Pitch Black is not being discontinued. There are a lot of rumors out there. It is not going anywhere. It is here to stay. But this is addition to what we have in the line, and this is going to give us a option urethane on the PBA because the Pitch Black is no longer going to be able to be used on the national and regional tours. So, how do these compare? Let's find out in the video. Let's get right to it. All right, y'all, the highly anticipated IQ Tour 78U, the very first shot I have thrown with this ball. I'm gonna stand a little further left. This is 42-foot house shot. The reason I wanna film one is because a lot of people out here that watch my videos do bowl on the house shot. So, very first shot out of the box, it has not been down the lane. This one's gonna hook a lot, I think. And urethane always does this because it has so much surface on it mixed with it hasn't been down the lane, so no oil has gotten on the cover stock of the ball. Therefore, it is the strongest and earliest ball when it first comes out of the box. That was the very first shot I've ever thrown with this ball. And it flares a lot. It flares a lot. All right, I'm gonna stand in the same spot I just did the last one. However, I don't expect it to hit the 2-pin. It still may overhook, but I don't expect it to hit the 2-pin. Sending logs already. Okay, so that is an indication that with the first shot, now the second shot, I can move right and play straighter where I normally would with urethane. Okay, I'm gonna move right where I would normally play with urethane. Again, this is the house shot, so I have to stay a little further away from the friction. And I was a little too close to the friction that time, so I'm gonna move just a couple left and see what it does. All right, I moved 3 off that last one. Just see what it does. Went to the pin's really good. Went to the pin's really, really good. And again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you're not bowling on the PBA, you don't have to have this ball. You can still use your Pitch Blacks when you want to, but this is gonna be a great addition, I think, to the Pitch Black for those bowlers that don't bowl the PBA. Stay in the same spot as last time. Maybe try to give it away just a little bit. Kind of almost 5-7 there, but that's the hit that I normally get out of any urethane ball on the house shot. And I'm not typically gonna throw urethane on house shots. If we get a really funky pair, possibly, but it's not something that I do. I want to really roll that one. Yeah, when you really roll that one into the lane, it continues to bend so well. Stay in the same spot. I'm not going to move until it tells me to. Urethane, you really don't make big moves just because of the predictability of it. That one's up the lane a little more. Almost flat 10 because I didn't give it any area to some friction. Let me try to give it away just a little bit. All right, I'm going to try to kind of roll it and give it to some friction. Nine pin. Again, this is the house shot, so I know I have friction there. When I'm bowling on shorter pads, I'm gonna be much straighter up the lane and try to get it to read and kind of blend off of it. I'm moving 1, and I'm gonna try to get it to the friction again. See if it won't 9-pin. I really like what I'm seeing out of this ball in the house shot. Can't wait to see what it does on a pattern. But first handful of shots, it struck, and I like the way that it's going through the pins. I was hopeful that it would go through the pins this way. I was hoping, because of that low RG, I was a little scared at first that it would maybe kind of burn up and not continue through the pins the right way, but I don't see that problem with this one. Yeah, I've been hearing reports that the surface wears down and shines up pretty quick, but so far, I don't really see that out of this one. Up the lane, and that was just a bad shot on my part. I never got it to any friction, so all it did was spin in the oil, and it never was able to go through the pins. I never saw anything to slow down. It just kept skidding. All right, last shot with the 78U, and we're gonna get into the pitch black. Split the 8.9. First shot with this pitch black too. It's fresh, out of the box, never touched the lane, so this one's gonna overhook a lot too. First thing that I notice, obviously pitch black does not flare as much as a 78. That one I feel like it's cleaner. I don't know why, it just feels cleaner. Again, the pitch black's got a weaker core, but the cover, because it was not 78, considerably stronger. So I think that's why the great minds at Storm went with the AccuTour core in the 78 because of the hardness, therefore weaker. Put that little stronger cover in there, a little stronger core, I mean, in there with the weaker cover. And they're pretty close, to be honest with you. All right, another shot with the pitch black. I think that's the difference. It's hard to see probably on camera, but for me, I think the IQ picks up a little bit more due to the flare. I can get the pitch black through the front just a little easier, but down lane, they're pretty close. Again, we are on the house shot, so every urethane ball is gonna look pretty close on the house shot. There's the difference. There is the difference. I got one at the lane like I did 78 earlier, and it kind of flat 10, where that one ran the 8 over. There's the difference, I think, between the two. All right, there you have it. Cue the outro. There you have it, AccuTour 78U versus pitch black. Both of these balls just came out of the box today. The first shots you saw me throw with each were in this video, this very video on the house shot, 42-foot house shot that we always have here at Valero Lynnhaven. I think the 78U is going to be the ball we use all the time. Obviously, it's the only ball, only urethane ball we can throw on the PBA going forward. Next year, the pitch black, we can still use in other events, but not PBA. So I'm going to have many of these 78Us in my bag for those short patterns and flat patterns that we normally use the pitch black on. If you already have a pitch black and you don't bowl PBA events, do you need a 78U? I think if you want something a little earlier, a little smoother on those flatter patterns, I think it's gonna be a great option for you. But you don't have to get rid of your pitch blacks if you don't bowl PBA events. I bowl PBA events and I'm not getting rid of my pitch black. I just drill a fresh one because I'm still gonna use them outside of the PBA. I think Storm did a fantastic job with the time window they had to come up with something for the guys in 2020 and 2024 on the national tour and the regional tour. So greatly appreciated, Storm. You knocked this one out of the park. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome and the best in the business for a reason. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you like my jersey or any of the jerseys you see in my videos, go to EFX or go to EFX at apparelefx.com. Make sure you use the code at the beginning or the end of the video for 10% off your purchases. And make sure when you go to drill any great SPI products, throw turbo grips and turbo switch grips and all your bowling balls. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.